right then. All right then. I'm gonna give this the old college try. This thing is a little bit on the monstrous side. So this is brown. It has, whoa, look at that. That's crazy, isn't it? Anyhow, this used to be a record player, institutional sort of deal that you'd have that would be mobile. The speakers are flip out here. You press the little button and they open up like that. Cool. Do that on both sides. Stereo, right? Unfortunately, like a lot of stereo stuff, the amplifier was shot, so I couldn't use that. Or no, wait, that wasn't it. The amplifier was working and I blew it up. No, that was a different one. That was the Deca Mono. This one, the amplifier just was no longer functional. So, oh well, that's a nice big box with lots of opportunities. So I built something in it. All right. So I take a look at that here, if it's visible at all. Yeah, look at that. Yeah. So I can tip this back so you can actually sort of see what it looks like there from an inside view. I have on the back a little flow chart there, the way the signal is processed, which helps to understand what's going on. Also unusual, have a common out, but unusually an input jack. So it's actually will take your microphone input or what have you and do weird things to it. Maybe something about like this angle might be suitable for viewing. All right, let's put a little power on the thing. The power switch is actually here, and then that's sort of what she looks like. Okay, so this has sort of a combined range of inputs. The Selecto switch here does 6 position. One is auxiliary for if something's plugged into the auxiliary jack. The next one is a K oscillator based on the design for flicker LED. Then the fake theremin, which I have another little video on. And then the Bally sound card tones, either fat or thin, based on the way that I hooked that up. And then the common, that's weird, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, theremin, Bally thin, Bally fat, no, oh, right. And then this knob is the pitch of the tone or of the chaos or of the pseudo theremin, the bass pitch, or in the auxiliary position it acts as a preamp for that input. The next column of controls is the common auto or manual trigger options, the rate and the length of the envelope. So there's no attack, we just really have a decay envelope, so, or release, I guess we say these days. So this is the length of the release of the envelope, and then this would be the control for triggering the envelope, and on a auto trigger the rate would come into play. Of course that also comes into play otherwise. So we can see the trigger speed with this little flashing LED here, and at its highest point it's always being triggered, so then you would have a constant tone, it never decays, or you can have it much longer. The next set of controls controls the stutter, which is an idea that I had a long time ago, and finally managed to build it out where when the tone first, initially the idea was that when the tone first starts, it would stutter. So something like ba 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 ba. Okay, so this is the rate of the ba ba ba, the stutter. So it could be like, and you can see the little flashing. Maybe you can see the little flashing. Can't really. Hard to see because of some other weird reflected light. Can I change that? What is that? Oh, that's just ambient lighting. Ah, okay. Well, hard to see, but that shows the rate of the stutter. Then the length of the stutter, which would be how long it would be doing that, or right, and then the triggering for that, when it would, how often the stutter would be triggered, and then manual triggering for the stutter. So instead of just happening when the tone first is created, it happens whenever or however often. So maybe get something like da ba 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 da ba 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 da ba 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 da, something like that. It turns out it's pretty easy to get these things into a position where it's difficult to tell what's going on. So maybe I'll be able to get it so that you can tell what's going on, and I should be able to do that because I built the dumb thing. Again, rearrange your brain, echo, so the standard setup there, and a volume knob is the curtailing deal. So now the question is, why isn't it making any noise right now? It's because the volume's turned all the way down. Maybe needs so that's pretty solid. Yeah, I actually get to hear that pretty well. Just the rate a little bit. I can manually stop all of it. To manually hold the trigger out, or the trigger for the stutter out. We won't have a stutter at all. Alrighty. Okay, so let's run through the various selections of tones. This is the bally fat tone. This is the thin tone. You can tell it's a little less. This is the pseudo theremin. because we'll pitch that up too. And the K oscillator. That's decent introduction to the sort of basic kinds of things that this beast can do. And of course, with the auxiliary, this controls the volume of that input, and then the other controls also are applied to that. Okay, so now you're introduced to brown, and you know kind of what that might look like. Alrighty then. I hope that this has been entertaining in some respect.